One of the biggest questions players have, new and old, is which character is the best? Well, I'm going to be taking a look at that and ranking all the characters in my opinion. We'll be looking at the base movesets, the ultimates, the pros and cons, the M1 strings, and finally the passives. Remember, this will be subject to change as the game continues to develop. With that being said, feel free to comment down below and let me know your rankings on each of the characters. The first character and the most OP in my opinion is Saitama. His base moveset has insane potential when it comes to combos due to the versatility of his skills, allowing for one-shot combos. Even beginners are able to easily pull off a combo, taking the opponent to 55% HP. The combo is a basic string of 2 M1s, consecutive, 3rd M1, normal punch. The shove tech and the ability to follow up after the uppercut really make this character an S tier for me. Saitama also has a very fast M1 speed, allowing you to easily get priority over certain situations. Now Saitama's passive is his abnormal gain of ultimate. He can literally land a few combos and essentially have the ultimate mode. Now when it comes to his ultimate, there isn't really that much to talk about other than the fact that it's insanely broken. Apart from his ultimate lasting forever, literally forever, 3 of his skills practically cover the map and almost all of his ultimates one-shot. Now some of the cons of Saitama is the fact that he doesn't heal when he has ultimate activated. He is heavily restricted in the rage department, but his damage makes up for that. The one issue with Saitama's ultimate mode is the fact that omnidirectional punch and death counter can be quite hard to land sometimes. This is because if you were to try land omnidirectional punch normally, they could easily dash out. So you'd have to waste their evasive first and then down slam them to land it. And with death counter, it's really easy to tell when someone's using it and bait it, because most of the time they're really aggressive all of a sudden. So overall, I think Saitama does deserve to be in the S tier because of his incredible damage output. He's also a really good character for beginners and for advanced players. The next character is Garou, a very strong second character. I'd rank him in A tier. Hero Hunter is a close range combat character and easily has a very high skill ceiling, meaning there's an exceptionally large gap between a beginner Garou and a more advanced Garou main. Garou is by far one of the best characters for fighting multiple people due to his iframes and counter, giving you the option to send the opponent away or simply by turning around to a combo extend. His M1 speed is also very fast, similar to Saitama, and has 2 block breaking skills. And a skilled user can use a variety of techs, such as the Hunter's Grasp counter tech. What really makes his character an A tier is his counter. He can counter things like Genos' Blitz Shot, Sonic's Explosive Shuriken, and even Metal Bat's Foul Ball. Garou's ultimate is very limited when compared to Saitama's ultimate. When he pops his Awakening, he does an AoE slam, dealing nearby damage. However, most people can escape, but nonetheless, his best skills are the Final Hunt and Crush Rock in his ultimate mode. The Final Hunt can be used to deal incredible damage, even cancelling skills like Incinerate, but he does have a one-shot combo, using the 4th skill, the 1st skill, and the 2nd skill. Now onto his passives. Garou has 2 good passives, first being Martial Artist. This makes his final M1 knock back the opponent into the air. His second passive is that he heals for 33% when landing a finisher. This is incredibly good. Ultimately, I think Garou deserves an A tier due to the wide variety of combo potential. With his high skill ceiling, he's definitely one of the more advanced characters. Next we have Atomic Samurai. I believe Blade Master is also in the A tier category just behind Garou. When it comes to his base moveset, he's pretty much got everything. 2 wide AoE skills, an OP counter that can hit a number of people, and doesn't ragdoll or knockback, allowing you to combo extend. He also has some great combos and is very unpredictable due to him being quite swift. When it comes to his cons, both Quick Slice and Atmos Cleave have a long windup, allowing the opponent to easily hit and cancel the skills. Also, Quick Slice is quite easily blockable. Despite these cons, overall he's a solid character, and having Pinpoint Cut switched to an air variant makes it even better. When it comes to fights, Atomic Samurai is elite to 1v1s, but in a teaming situation he can struggle due to 2 of his skills being cancelable. Onto his ultimate. A very solid ultimate. When popped, he deals an AoE slice that does 11% damage to nearby people. And one of the most important skills in his arsenal is Solar Cleave. Grants him crazy mobility and makes a huge difference in fights. However, skills like Sun Tech can be countered quite easily if hit, but if he does land Atomic Slash, the fight is essentially over. This skill requires the opponent to be ragdolled, and if landed, it deals a huge 80% damage. However, this skill is a one-time use. One more thing to add is that his ultimate runs out very quickly, which is a huge downside to him. Now onto his 2 passives. First being Master of Kenjutsu. After an M1 combo, his final hit launches the opponent further, which allows Pinpoint Cut to be extendable, both the air variant and the ground variant. Second passive is Double Charge. After landing a finisher skill, the next skill that he uses is practically on 0 cooldown. Now overall, this character is extremely good, and despite all the cons, it's pretty versatile and usable by all skill levels. Keep in mind this could be subject to change as he just got released. I would expect nerfs and buffs to come. I would place Destructive Cyborg in A tier as well. The primary reason for this is because the character has so much range and equally high damage output. Genos is one of the best characters for following up. After dealing massive damage up close, he can easily use moves to close the distance. If a character were to be knocked back, Genos can use any one of his 3 range skills to follow up. This makes him a very difficult opponent to counter for many characters. Another great addition to Genos is that all of his skills do splash damage. He even has a skill that bypasses block. Genos is by far the best character for farming kills, which is the primary metric to measure if someone's good, and he definitely has the most mobility in the game. The biggest downside for Genos is that his skills can be blocked, resulting in hardly any damage. and to make things worse, he's very predictable, so characters like Garrow or Atomic Samurai can counter him easily. Now onto his ultimate. All the skills do good damage. They cover insane range, Incinerate being the biggest. Incinerate is also a one-use skill. His M1s are extremely slow, but to make up for it, his fourth M1 is a knockback, which is great for combo extending, with the use of skills like Jet Dive. Destructive Cyborg with Genos has 3 passives, first being Charge Finish. When finishing an opponent with any skill, all skills in base and 2 skills in ultimate, both Thunder Kick and Speed Blitz Drop will have their cooldowns reset. The second passive is Rocket Powered Fist. This is the Flame Burst in the 4th M1, which gains extended range and can hit any opponent that's ragdoll. And the final passive is Burst Out. Activating your evasive with this character triggers a small explosion on the ground, dealing 9 to 14% damage and stunning anyone within the explosion area. Despite the hate this character gets, it's a very overpowered character, with and without combos, making an excellent choice for both beginners and advanced players. Medabot is a very strong character and annoying to fight against for most people, mainly due to his skills working together so well. Medabot is great for both close range and long range, due to most of his skills having good mobility, works really well against players who are aggressive. Despite Medabot's skills having a low base damage, he has a very diverse moveset covering mobility, iframes, block breakers, and all his skills having big AoE, especially in ultimate mode. Grand Slam is the best mobility skill he has in base, and to make it even better, if you use the Grand Slam technique on an opponent, they cannot cancel out of it. When it comes to his ultimate, all of his skills have massive AoE and deal high damage. Even if you miss the counter, Death Blow has a slam variant, dealing a maximum of 55% damage. Death Blow is able to counter almost all skills, other than the skills like Garrow's Final Hunt, and to counter certain skills like Incinerate or Flame Wave, it does require you to be close to the opponent. The primary issue with Medabot's ultimate is that 2 of his skills can be cancelled if hit, but you're able to use them and switch the Death Blow to bait the opponent to M1. All of Medabot's attacks have a lot of end lag and have high cooldowns, especially in ultimate. Medabot also has the slowest M1s in the game, which makes it hard to trade M1s and block punish with characters like Saitama. This character has 2 passives, first being Crushing Blow. The 4th M1 string will apply no knockback and works similar to a down slam. The second passive is Pumped Up. Essentially taking damage helps to gain ultimate mode, and unfortunately ultimates do not count towards this. Medabot is usable by both beginners and advanced players, however I believe it's better suited for advanced players due to slow playstyle and high end lag. Alright, with that being said, I think he deserves the B tier. Sonic is a good character, but he isn't the best in my opinion, so I decided to put him into C tier, possibly low B tier. Sonic is a very active and fast character, since he can easily get in and out of fights if needed. The biggest downside of Sonic is that all of his attacks are blockable, except the ranged attack, Explosive Shuriken. Sonic is by far the most predictable character in the game, due to his moderate combo potential, and the fact that you can block almost all the attacks makes it worse. Explosive Shuriken can be deflected by 3 things: Phase Peril, Home Run, and Shove. The ultimate is the best part about this character. Not only does the Awakening do damage, he also gets 20 teleport dashes compared to 3 in base after 1 kill. All of his ultimates do lack in damage however. Carnage deals a sad 18%, however his speed does make up for it. Also with the ultimate, if you miss 4-fold Flash Strike, you are stunned letting the opponent punish you. Sonic has a moderately fast M1 speed, which is good. He also has 1 passive, which is the Teleport Dash, and when activating the ultimate, you'll get 20 dashes immediately. I personally ranked Sonic the lowest because he's extremely predictable, and you can essentially block all of his skills. Beginners can play Sonic, but it's hard to use him properly without some practice, since spamming doesn't work too well with him. But a more advanced player can easily use his character to its fullest potential.